Hi, I'm Rena, and welcome to So You Want to Be a Mermaid. In today's vlog episode, I'm going to talk to you about dealing with chlorine and the damaging effects it can have on your body. I'm mostly going to be talking about your eyes, ears, your nose, and your skin. And we're going to probably do a whole other segment just on hair alone. So, okay, I've got an ear infection right now because I'm constantly in the water. I'm spending a couple times a week in the water being a mermaid. So there's a couple of tricks that you can do to help yourself prevent from getting ear infections from the chlorine water, and I'm going to show them to you. So the number one thing I do is I use these lovely clear silicone earplugs. You can get them at the drugstore, or you can get Speedo official ones from dive shops, stuff like that. The important thing with earplugs is that you really shouldn't go past 12 feet or so with them, but if you're just doing like a mermaid birthday party or something, or you're just practicing your tricks, you're totally okay. The problem with it is that you can't properly equalize your ears with them in, but if you're only going to be surface swimming, it's not a big deal. They're clear, so you can't really see them when they're in your ear. And they really help a lot. I use them all the time. The only reason I have an ear infection is because the ones that I had were so old, like 2 years, that they kind of disintegrated and they weren't working very well. So I really can't recommend them enough. Keep the receipt and you can claim it on your taxes for business expenses. Another thing you can do when you get out of the water is get some polysporin drops like this. This is just one I got from my drugstore, and put a couple in your ear to help flush out any bacteria. Some mermaids use ear vacuums, suck out the wax in the water, just sort of to prevent things. Another reason ear infections get caused when you're swimming is that things aren't draining properly, and sometimes it actually has a lot to do with your nose. So using a decongestant before and after you're swimming is good. Again, talk to a pharmacist, stuff like that. Just go to your local store like that. Okay, so eyes. So when you're performing as a mermaid, yeah, you really can't wear goggles. It kind of ruins the whole look. Some people have tried coming up with really creative looking goggles, but I find most clients do not want you to wear goggles. But when you're practicing, you should always wear goggles. Save your eyes, because when you're in that water so much, there are so many icky, gross problems you can get. So be sure that you're practicing with goggles. Pink eye is very common, conjunctivitis. Again, you can use polysporin drops like the ones I showed you for my ear. You can use those. And the big thing I found that really works well if you're not wearing goggles and you're performing and you get out of the water and your eyes are super red and killing you is this awesome stuff recommended by my friend Mermaid Iona. Genteel Eye Gel. This stuff is heaven. It's so amazing. Look at my eyes. It's so good and you should use it. I can't recommend it enough. It feels like liquid heaven in your eyes. So you can put it on before you're in the water, and it'll create kind of like a little bit of a film, protein film, that the chlorine will eat away at that instead of your eyes. So it can be a little bit blurry, but you're going to be in the water anyways, so your eyes are going to be blurry, so you should totally try it out. And when you get out of the water and you use it, it is amazing. Some mermaids also use eye washes. So I'm going to put a link in the pop-ups here for the annotations, so make sure that if you have annotations turned off that you turn them on. I'm going to put a link to a Mer Network thread where you can see all the awesome products that Mermaid Iona has researched that you can try. And yeah, definitely, Genteel Eye Gel, amazing, use it. Another thing people end up with is sinus infections. So again, use a decongestant, that helps a lot. A lot of times it ends up being a problem with your ears, nose, and throat altogether. I tested out this new product. It's called a Sinusaver, and I'll put a link to it. Mine's kind of really big, so it goes up your nose, and this little bit at the bottom hangs down. Mine's too big. They do medium and large size. You can buy them and cut them. They're not that expensive. Test it out, see if it works for you, and if it doesn't, you know, it's only like 12 bucks. And again, keep all those receipts. You can claim them for your mermaid business. And A lot of people have said that these have worked really well for them, so for me, I'm just waiting till they put out a small or an extra small to see, but it goes in your nose so that you don't see it, as opposed to nose clips, which are really like in the way and don't look very mermaidy at all. But for the people that I've seen where these fit, they fit so well that all you have is this tiny little bit. Let me see here. I'm using a tablet to record. This tiny little bit sticks out at the end, but it's clear and it just goes right across here, almost like a septum piercing, and you don't really see it, so it's pretty cool. And the other thing I use to deal with chlorine, which is awesome, you know, after you get out and your skin is burning and you have a shower and you're like trying to try every moisturizer under the sun. Well, Mermaid Linden of Mermaids in Motion, and I'll put a link, she recommended this to me. So this is extra organic virgin coconut oil. Best thing ever. Use it for everything. Put it in your hair, put it on your skin. It is amazing. I love it. It feels so good. It's actually become part of my daily routine. So those are my tricks for just a few of the things that you can use to help you deal with chlorine's negative effects and to prevent getting eye, ears, nose infections. So yeah, this whole vlog series, I'm going to be answering tons of questions about being a professional mermaid. So all you have to do is leave a question either on my Facebook, Raina the Halifax Mermaid, or you can visit the Halifax Mermaids website, halifaxmermaids.com, and leave a question in our contact form, or you can leave a question on YouTube and I will do my best to answer them. And I'm trying to like group things together into like similar topics, so if you ask a question and it's not answered right away, it will be. Also, if you want to be a professional mermaid like me, you might want to try reading my book, Fishy Business, and you can find that by going to www.makemeamermaid.com. Fishy Business! And of course, because I'm filming with the tablet, it's showing a backwards image. But yeah, you can check it out. You can also see it on lulu.com, and you can find it on my website, halifaxmermaids.com. Check it out. That's me on the cover of my first big break there in the background. Blonde hair. Tip, you don't want to be bleaching your hair when you're going to be in chlorine. It is all bad. So I hope you all have a great day and some of my tips are helpful.